Hi guys, and welcome back to our DCUO Let's Play for the PS3. I am Evil Ninja Misty, and with me is...
Ninja Andrew.
And we are in the Hall of Doom to give you guys an overview and tour so you'll know what's what and where it's located.
Alright, so before we set out, we're just going to back out, or at least I'm going to back out my camera to the full extent that I can back it out just so you guys can see a bit more. You can see we're standing up here in one of these gondolas that, as Misty says, looks like it's out of Star Wars Episode 1. But we're here, and this is going to be sort of one of your very central locations, so it's sort of a good sort of waypoint or way to locate yourself. But basically we're going to start here because you've got the phase shifter, which is where you would switch between your PvE and PvP phases, and that's kind of important because if you're looking for your friends, you're going to want to know where that is. And it's a good starting point so that we can show you basically where the rest of everything is once you enter or exit out of there. So basically, we have here the command center. This would be where you would come to hand in your level 30 mission to Lex, Circe, or the Joker. And, yeah, definitely. You can see there's a collection token that Misty, I think, is going to go and grab. There's also a complete set of collections that are available in the Watchtower, and you want to keep your eyes out for those just because they're valuable to you, and they're valuable if you can go over and sell those on the hero side, because most people over there don't have that collection.
Yes, and I'm going to stop you for a second because we're in the Hall of Doom.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. Hall of Doom. Yeah. Hall of Donuts. I forgot.
And you can see right now it's also dropping the Halloween collections off of it. So just heads up for that.
Still the Halloween event, so for everybody that's out there, get those collections while you can. If you want to get those styles and feats. I think there's feats, maybe. I don't know. I'm going too far. But let's see here, there's a console, and I think we're going to activate it now. And this is part of the... Is this the last laugh?
It's the last laugh, yes.
I'm going to skip the movie, but essentially that gives you some more PvP features, I believe. But I'm not 100% sure what that's there for.
It opens up other missions for you.
So we'll check those out at a later point. And do you remember what this one is? This console here?
I believe that's for Striker's Island, the Toy Man missions.
Okay, so this is probably the teleporter here. So if you guys have been watching along with the ninjas, you'll see that we have a Toyland set of missions, and this will go over what you're supposed to do in there, but that's where you can pick up that mission. Now, before we leave this area, do you want to talk about some of the changes that have happened a little bit more recently to this zone?
Well, really, the only standout thing is that if you happen to come back, you'll notice that the mail is no longer over here, and that the auction house is no longer located in the central area. They've moved the teleporter, or not the teleporters, but your bank and your auction
and mail
consoles. You've moved the mail and the auction house to the bank.
That's right.
So we'll go there in a minute, but just in case you're here looking for the mail or looking for the broker or / auction house, it's no longer kind of located in this little inner sanctum area.
And this is also, like, we chose to wait and do this sort of as... These are all of the missions that you would pick up as a level 30 villain, as well as doing sort of the Watchtower tours as we go. So this is where the auction house used to be, but you can see that you got some missions to pick up here. So we're just going to do all of these while we're here so that you guys can see where you would need to go to find some of these locations.
Although I think the Lady Shiva one is probably for maybe a League of Assassins.
That's right, as well.
So that's not going to be your level 30. You're going to have to hit combat rating 53, I believe.
There you go. Listen to the Ninja Master, kiddies. Woot. What's this one for? Do you remember?
It's the daily dose of villainy.
Gotcha. All right.
And you can see there's another collection up here.
The ninja. Hiya. All right, so we're gonna head back out now, and essentially, like, the upper floor of the Hall of Doom is.
Wait, let me stop you for one quick minute. Sometimes during the seasonal events, particularly Christmas, you're going to find the Christmas tree located in here. Same thing goes for like St. Patrick's Day. So if you're looking for that in the Hall of Doom, come to this area.
Yeah,
first.
When the Christmas event starts, you're going to want to come to right where I'm spinning in circles, because that's where you're going to pick up your mission. So just be ready for that when it starts, guys. But yeah, essentially the Hall of Doom is laid out sort of 3 concentric rings, I don't know, one on top of the other, but we're in the upper ring right now, I would call it, and it's essentially laid out like you have your command center here, which is where we started off, then it goes around in a ring, and as we go around you've got the magic wing that has that symbol with like, it looks like almost like a claw hand or something like that. You're going to have a door that goes to your banks, your auction house, and your mail. And you can see here that there's a connector path on the sides. This goes to the magic wing, and you can see that the next one will connect to the meta wing. But I'm going to go back up here so you guys can see there's another door here that's going to go into the meta wing with that crazy symbol over it. That would be where like the Lex Luthor stuff is. Magic Wing is Circe. Forgot to mention that. Another connector tube that has the mail, auction house, and bank. And then you've got your tech wing. So that's sort of like the layout of the central hub up at the top of this. And then you've also got 2 teleporters up on the upper ring. One goes to Gotham, and the one on the other side goes to Metropolis. Those are going to go to your Midtown and Diamond District police stations, so your higher level
Nightclubs.
Oh yeah, that's right. Misty is absolutely correct. So you're gonna, your higher level areas, that's where you're gonna access them from. The other teleporters to the city are gonna be located in each of the wings. So you've got the Chinatown teleporter in the Magic Wing, which is over there. The Little Bohemia teleporter, which is in the Meta Wing, and you've got the Gotham
East End
teleporter in the Tech Wing.
And if you happen to warp to the Hall of Doom, it's going to put you up here near the Gotham Burnley nightclub teleporter.
That's right.
Just so you kind of have your bearings if you happen to warp in.
So we are going to do the tour mission, but I think that what we should probably do, actually, let's go, come with me, let's go to each of the wings, and we'll talk about sort of what's in each of those wings, because you've got a lot going on there that we should probably just show them.
Before you do that, did you want to talk about the consoles out here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Misty's right. There's one last thing we should show you out here. So around the side of the central sort of thing, here we go, where you don't have the doors that go into the auction house, you have a bunch of consoles. They have the store icon above them. These are going to be where you buy your low-level styles, like the stuff that you would use in the character creator. But they're all really cheap, and if you like missed something or forgot something or want to change something really quickly on your character, whether you're a noob or high level, and you're looking for something to make a quick change, it's a good spot to come and grab them and to get your style feats. So you want to purchase and completely purchase out everything that's in each one of those.
Now, with that being said, not every style in there is associated with a feat.
That's right. But there are feats that are based on how many styles you've accumulated total. So these will go a long way to help you get like your 500 or 1,000 styles, I think it is. So they're just really helpful, and it'll help you guys out to get those when you can. So let's go let's go to the magic, and we'll go like magic meta tech and show them each wing. So as you come in, you'll see that there's the Chinatown and the teleporter. The teleporter is always going to be laid out in the same fashion, where you come in and it's out there on the little platform. You can see here that you also have stores where you would buy your basic level 30 equipment, as well as sodas. If you were going to craft, you needed sodas for crafting, you could come to the store guy that's over here, and it's the same for each wing. So like whatever wing you're in, you're going to have a store in these same locations.
Let me say one thing real
For
quick.
sure.
You guys can see right here the vendor I'm talking to. He's selling gear that costs 1 mark of triumph each, but you can see that I cannot purchase it yet because I don't have cooperative renown with the Cult of Trigon. And you up your renown by doing your bounties and doing your challenge modes.
That's right.
And once those unlock, you can come in here, and that's going to give you a feat when you complete, like this particular suit is the Eternal style. So,
and you have a different suit at each of the guys and each of the wings. So there's 3 total suits that are individual to each wing that you can purchase once you get all of that renown, right?
yeah.
Cool. What does this guy sell?
Low level gear.
Gotcha. So if you're looking to complete your styles, buy out everything that you can from those guys. And do we want to head down to the next level and we'll talk about the armor that's down here?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to explain which set this is and where it comes from?
Well, why don't we start at the bottom?
Okay.
Alright. Because we're in the Magic Wing, this is Brother Blood, and he's going to show you the Tier 1 suit, so you guys can see. It's going to be the same setup in each wing. I know in the Tech Wing it's Mr. Freeze. Who is it in Meta?
You got Mr. Freeze and you've got Metallo.
Okay. So, in here, obviously it's Brother Blood. That's going to be your Tier 1 suit. On the other side is going to be where you buy your PvP gear.
That's correct.
Low level.
You've got Black Adam's suit here.
You're going to talk to Faust, and then you can get your weapon from the little robot dude. Once you start earning those marks, well, first the suit you buy is going to be with cash, though.
Do you have to talk to Etrigan?
No.
Okay, he's probably my level 30 mission, so I'll leave him alone for now.
And then here, where Cheetah is, this is your Tier 2 suit. You can see that the price starts climbing.
That's right.
Then, because we're in the Magic Wing, this is actually going to be your Tier 4 armor.
That's correct.
We can look longingly at that because we're nowhere near it yet.
And this armor is not class specific, so any class can buy, I think it's like Spirit of the Ram, Spirit of the Stag, or something like that.
Spirit of the Lion. It's the exact same stuff in the Watchtower, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's it for armor, right? In here?
Yes. And that would be like, this is like sort of like the armor area for each of the wings. So then each of the wings also has like a separate wing that goes off of it, and this would be like your teleporter to the Armory alert, as well as the Kondak raid here. I don't know if there is anything. I'm going to go straight down the middle here. Okay, this is where they've put the teleporter to the Gotham Wastelands. Just down in here. So we should also talk to... Do you have to talk to Dr. Savannah?
Yes, because I think he's talking about the alert in the Armory.
So we'll just grab that really quickly as well. Just because you guys will have to do this at level 30. Everybody pretty much will. Oh, Dr. Savannah. This is essentially a side mission for the Armory. You're going to want to make sure that you pick that up before you go in to do it.
Not going to talk to him yet, right? We'll wait till we kick off the mission.
Okay, sure.
Or do you? I mean, we can do it.
I think we can do this right now, anyways.
So the Riddler's going to send you looking for your investigation clue.
That's correct. And there's 4 investigations total in the Hall of Doom, right?
I think so, yes.
I think 1 in each wing and then 1 in the pit. And we'll show you guys where all of those locations are as we go with this. But Riddler's going to send you out for the first one. And just...
Are we gonna grab it?
Do you have to talk to Tala?
No.
Okay, I'll leave her alone then.
Actually, I've already talked to my contemporary in the... It's just the R&D.
Okay. So I'll leave that for our modding episode. I'll do that real quick, because I haven't done that yet. Okay, so we are going to actually head back up here. Now, this last little tunnel here goes down to the pit. We're not actually going to go down there yet, but each of the wings also has that pathway down. So we'll go down there in a minute. But what were you going to say?
Are we going to do the Riddler thing really quick?
Yes, let's do that. So you can see here you've got a collection. I've actually already collected it, but you just have to get close to it in order for it to count for the Riddler, because you can see there it says return to Riddler in the Armory. So we'll just go back really quickly.
And just so you notice that this is the Armory, guys. If somebody's like, oh, I'm in the Armory, and you're like, what the heck is that?
That's right.
Now you know. And I don't even know if I have audio on the Riddler.
I can hear him, but just barely. Alright. So I'm just going to leave that. I could turn it in, but it's not really important.
Did a bunch of missions just pop up for you?
You probably, hit CR something or other, or...
No?
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
That was weird. And the CR is the same. Kind of odd. Well, I turned in the mission and I did something wackadoodle. So
Technical term, people.
that's the only language I speak.
That's right. Okay, so that's the hall to the pit. We're gonna go down one of those later. There's one in each of the wings, and yeah, okay, that's from Metrigan, so I'm gonna leave that. We're gonna go back into the middle wing just to avoid confusion for you guys, because I think it'll be easier if you can find your way around by using the central hub if this is your first time coming in here. So now we're going to head into the meta wing. It'll have a little bit of a different look, but it'll essentially be laid out in the exact same way. You've got your store for sodas, your store for the suit.
Your teleporter to Little Bohemia?
That's also correct. And
also, guys, when you're flying in here, be careful, because it's kind of like the Watchtower. If you fly in too quickly, you'll end up under the floor or...
through a wall or in the ceiling. Yeah. Fly in the open spaces to avoid getting trapped. If you do get trapped, just press start, go to your map, and warp to rally to get out of, if you ever get stuck in a wall or stuck underneath the map or something. So we want to go down and show them the next series of suits.
Sure, I was just picking up the token.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't done that yet. Or maybe I have. I think I've collected 2 of them, so those are probably the 2 that I've collected.
Okay, so same setup here, tier 1 with Metallo. You're going to come over to the other side, and Ursa is going to be here with your low-level PvP suit.
The Zod suit, which I kind of like. I kind of like the look of it. When you put any colors on it, it looks really cool.
And then Bizarro here with tier 2 gear.
She's sort of... It's supposed to be Lex's suit, I think. Or like their copy of Lex's suit.
And then you have your Kryptonian.
Now, this armor is role specific, right?
Yes.
So do you want to tell them which role is which?
Well, you can start down here, and we'll take a look.
This is actually the
Actually,
tier
that's
5.
going to be your tier 5. So let's start with the ugly controller suit, right?
Hey, what are you trying to say? That's not fair.
You're DPS, what are you whining about?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. You can buy it as a DPS suit, or you can buy it as a controller.
Well, actually, it has... This is the controller suit. There's the tank and healer over there. The DPS suit that's in there is actually the one that used to be, like, you know, the one that's all spiky? You might see some people wearing it. It's like the traditional tier 3 DPS suit, if anybody's familiar with it.
Sunstone Edge.
Yeah. So that's going to be like... there isn't one here that looks like it. It used to be in this tube, but they just sort of took this tube and put the tier 5 suit in it, and then put the DPS suit copy in each of one of these. So we'll show you what that looks like, because we'll probably get some pieces of that at some point. But that's... If you're looking for the cool spiky arm suit, or the spiky like head suit that people wear, that's where you're going to find it. And it's for DPS. So over here, I'm just going to show them really quickly on mine. You've got this is the healer suit here, and this is the tank suit here. So those are role specific. So if you are a healer, you will not be able to get this suit unless you like pay to switch your character's role. I think they did a decent job though with the Kryptonian suits. I kind of like how they turned out.
Sure.
You want to tell them a little bit more about this one?
Well, then you have your tier 5 suit, which we can stand here and wish that we had, and it's Manta is the style.
And I believe this came with the Origin Crisis DLC, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
So that'll be something that Misty and I will be working towards on both of our characters. We've already got, I think, one piece of the tier 5 on the ninjas.
Yes, and that's based off of Aquaman.
That's right. I wonder who this one's based off of, because I'm not really familiar with all of the villains. I guess maybe there's a... Well, could it be his evil... What was the guy's name?
His brother?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the Manta suit, right? And isn't his symbol like a manta ray?
I think so.
Something like that. I could be wrong.
So, you guys can see there, you know.
I think some parts of it look cool.
Sure.
The back looks kind of cool. So we're going to head down here as well. I'm going to jump down the middle, because you've got here your 3 teleporters to the Fortress of Solitude raids.
The Chasm, or Foss 1, the Power Core,
the Chasm.
Which is Foss 2. No, the Chasm. And the Sunstone Matrix, which is Foss 3.
That's right. And that's actually like lowest, easiest. This is probably the hardest. And this one's probably the trickiest. I'll put it like that.
You'll also notice in the wings... except I don't think there are sparring targets in the tech wing, actually.
That's right.
So you can come down here, build up your supercharge. You've got the crafting table. You're going to have crafting tables in all 3 wings.
And we'll be going over the crafting tables and their uses in an upcoming episode about modding. So that'll be coming shortly as well, guys. Do you want to
in this section,
yeah,
you've got... And I'm just going to activate on it. You can see this is where you're going to spend your marks of legend to buy your legendary characters for PvP. And then you've got back here the teleporters to the Paradox Wave and the Nexus of Reality. Scary.
So those are the raids you hear everybody talking about.
Yes. And then here, I've already activated on it, but you pick up your South Gotham missions, and this is the teleporter, which will put you in South Gotham, where you go and fight like the sub-avatars. It's where you can get the Astral Alloy gear. It's the belt that I'm wearing. It's the chest that Ninja Andrew is wearing. So there's some cool styles associated with that. This is where you're going to find it in the Meta Wing.
That's right. And I can't remember. I guess these consoles don't work anymore, so oh well.
Right. They used to have PvP gear.
That's right. Sometimes they hide some of the collection tokens. I'm just going to show you guys like the yellow ones in these little corners, or like just behind this little lip here. So just, you know, keep an eye out for them. We need to go down on the other side here of the ramp and show them the PvP suits. Because you have the tier 1 and PvP vendors are out in each of the wings where we've shown them to you so far. But if you want to take a look at sort of like your tier 3, 4, and 5 suits, I believe this is the tier 4 PvP suit here. This is the tier 3 one over here. They're kind of like infantry looking, military fatigue style. And then you can see over here that you've got your tier 5 PvP, which is obviously looks like it's based on Harley Quinn, which is kind of cool, I think.
Looks kind of strange on that big beefy dude.
On the dude,
hey,
yeah. I want to see I want to see certain pieces, but not on a dude. That's right. So we will head back up. What are we going to say?
This collection.
Absolutely, yeah. Any collections that we see, we will try to grab for you guys so you guys can see some of the locations to get them from. I've got another one over here. Alright. And they do try to hide them, like, a little bit, but they'll just put them, like, in corners and stuff, like over there, or down here in the corner, or whatever. Alright, so do we want to... Let's fly back up to the middle ring. And we'll continue going around. See, you have to go past a door for the mail and stuff to the next door, and this is the tech wing. So once again, slightly different look, but same layout. You've got your teleporter. You've got your stores. I can see a collection and an investigation. I'm going to go grab the collection first. And then I'll grab the investigation. And let's go over the suits again. Alright, so you start out here, this is your tier 1 suit, and I think this is probably like one of Misty and my favorite tier 1 suits, because it's got some cool frosty effects on like the hands and the back. You'll get like frost clouds coming off you, so just something to look out for. Looks cool with different colors on it too. You've got the Deathstroke. This is PvP. Oh, sorry. Tier 2, I believe. So you buy tier 1 is green, you buy that from the vendor, then you get the tier 2 suit from the vendor, and then your tier 3, 4, and 5 suits are down back where we showed you them. And we've got, once again, another awesome looking suit. You can see the back there is probably one of the cooler looking parts. And this is your Joker tier 2 suit. And you can see they don't actually have a set of suits here yet, so we can only imagine that the next set of suits that'll come for tier 6 will potentially be shown there.
Alright, and then you drop down and you can see that this is the teleporter for the Batcave raids. Outer, inner, sub.
And that's difficulty lowest to highest that she just listed them in as well.
And then when you come out down here, you've got your R&D table. You have your teleporter to Central City,
which is also very important.
And then obviously you can see that maybe someday there'll be something to teleport to here.
Yes.
But they just haven't utilized that space yet.
So I think that there's a lot of room in the tech wing for stuff to be added in the future, and I think that they're probably planning to use it at some point soon. So do we want to head down to the pit?
Sure.
Let's do that. So there's one of these tunnels in each of the wings. We'll probably fly past them to some degree, but you can see the central area of the pit is sort of like the aquacultural area of the watchtower. So it's got some plants and stuff in there. I'm going to follow Misty.
You've got your entrances. Obviously, we came out of the tech wing. There's your meta. And then you fly over here. You've got magic. And then if you're just sick and tired of your skills and your weapons and your powers and you just want to redo the whole thing, and when I say powers, I mean the powers you have slotted with your power points, not actually changing your power.
That's right.
You can come over here and respec yourself. And you can choose to do just your powers, just your skills, or just the whole daggone kit and caboodle.
So it resets your points, takes them all back, and lets you spend them again on whatever you'd like to do. And it costs a little bit of money, but you can do it over and over and over again as long as you have money.
It gets progressively more expensive if you keep doing it in the same day.
That's right. So we're just going to head down here and grab the collection. This should be the last one.
Yes. And if you PvP, you'll notice the pit will look familiar to you.
That's right.
We also need to fly around to the other side where Ambush Bug and Catwoman
We can go through here.
standing.
So you've got here, it's another PvP Legends character vendor.
And I'm over at the mark conversion kiosk.
Gotcha.
If you happen to have old marks and you want to convert them, you can see that that is available for you if you're holding on to some, let's say, Marks of Krypton.
I bought a Legend token ×1.
Nice.
Just one.
I'll do the same.
There you go.
So you can see what the effect is. I'm going to zoom back in on myself.
Yeah, I'm zooming back in on myself now as well.
So what you're going to do, just open my inventory. You can find it there. It goes in your consumables. And then you activate on it, and you get a feat for doing absolutely nothing.
Boom. Listen to the Ninja Master.
And those also build. It'll give you progressive feats. You can check that in your whatever the journal is where your feats are located. The deeds, I think it's under.
That's right. So do we want to head out and do our respective tour missions now?
Sure.
Okay. So we're going to split up now, guys, and we will follow around and do this if you want to.
Hopefully really quickly, because it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yes. So you're going to go around to the kiosks. There are little short video clips to watch at each, and it's going to explain a little bit. I think I'm going to do everybody a favor and turn up the volume of my characters' voices a little bit.
I'm not even sure I have any volume.
There you go.
So I might be talking.
I'll see if I can get you the audio with their voices. Or actually, I have... There's no voice on mine. So here you go, guys. It's the Magic Wing.
Wait, first, in your journal, you're going to look for your level 9 mission, Into the Hall of Doom, and if you are leveling up, this is a good mission to do to give you a nice boost of XP.
Especially, yes, when you get to around that level 8, 9, or whatever, it'll open up for you.
I'm going to locate. There we go.
As you can see here, you just want to go around to each of these consoles. And these are just going to re-highlight some of the areas that we've already been over. So it should be fairly explanatory by now.
Calculator would be saying something incredibly witty, I'm sure, if you could hear him. But since the volume's been kind of off the past few days on DC, we're out of luck.
Yeah. Unfortunately, for sure. So I'm just going to use here, this is one of those little side connecting pathways that goes up to the banks and the mail and stuff. You can see here, wants me to access a console in the Sabotage Chamber. I'm just going to show you here that you can keep going through that little side passage and it would go to the Meta Wing, and you can see how those work. So I'm just going to go back now. Always, when you're doing these missions, follow it around the way that it's leading you around. Wherever the arrow is, wherever the X is, you have to either go up or down or whichever direction to get there.
Absolutely. Alright.
Calculators decided to pipe up.
Oh, well, aren't you lucky?
You know? So I'm going to follow along with Misty now. Wait, where's it want us to go?
Command and Control Center.
Command and Control Center, okay. So it's this one here.
This room is the brains of the Hall of Doom, uncounting me. First, Command and Control, featuring the kick-ass hottie, Talia Al Ghul. Don't tell her I said that.
And we'll just enjoy the silence, because we can hear absolutely nothing.
Be bad, kiddies, because we're bad, and, you know, good is bad to us, man.
What? No clue what you're talking about.
Let's go to...
The Armory.
Armory, that's right.
And remember, that's in the Magic Wing. And just kind of gives you that cinematic overview. Unfortunately, in complete silence.
Yes. Sans Gladiator, or Sans Calculator. I was going to call him Gladiator.
Buddy, well, hey.
Yeah, man. It's his cousin.
Alright, so now to the power core. And you can see the little yellow X's on your screen. That's what Ninja Andrew was talking about, to go in and out the direction that they're taking you, or it won't give you the next prompt.
It's sort of like a little breadcrumb trail. It wants you to hit and cross over the spot where that little X is. You can see on my map there. It's a little bit tough. I'm going to cross over it here. It's going to do that ring, and it's going to give me another downwards pointing, and there's the X. X means I'm at the right level. Arrows mean I need to either move up or down. See down there.
And so you're in the power core, we're in the meta wing.
Yes. It's very similar to the layout of the watchtower, just done with a completely different design and aesthetic, so it looks different, but the general layout is pretty much the same. I find, at least. You're gonna find the same
more
stuff.
compact.
Yes, definitely.
And you guys can see there where some of the textures are taking a second to load in, and you can see how you might land up under the floor if you're going too quickly.
Yes, always maintain a
Fly casual, people.
steady level of flight through areas where you know that you have to, like, watch your stuff. And head
Now we're
back
detecting
down.
the
Yes.
hanger. It's where you hang things.
Oh.
Ba-dum-bum. Now it's taking you to the pit. The pit. Like, it's not taking you to the barbecue pit, so don't get excited.
Dang it.
I know, right?
Dang it. Now I'm hungry.
I don't even believe that. Okay, so this is the pit. There's some trees and some vines and a floor. Yep. Boy, lots of shots of the floor. Look at that. That's one hell of an epic ass floor, people. Look at that. What the hell? Yep.
Nice.
That floor is extra evil. What are you talking about?
They
Now
make
you
you
wouldn't-
they make you buff the floor on Sundays, guys. You gotta
That's
watch
right.
it.
So now we have to locate the bad. Where do
Dun,
they
dun,
keep?
dun.
Where do they keep the bad?
What was it called on the hero side?
I don't remember.
The rad.
I think it was the rad.
Yeah.
So this is your respec chamber that we talked about. And then it's sending me back to the tech wing, probably going to send Ninja Andrew to the magic wing.
That is correct. So I'll meet you back up where we sort of started to finish it off if you want.
Sure.
So that completes sort of like our overview and the tour of the watchtower, and sort of gives you an idea of where you want to look for your missions to pick up when they're level 30. I'm just going to fly back over here. Got somebody hanging out in our spot. Oh no.
And at this point, calculator would tell you that, you know, you're probably lucky that you could find your way out of a paper sack, but welcome to the Hall of Doom.
Yes. Hopefully this video helps people who get lost easily here or have trouble finding their way around, because I know that it can be kind of daunting when they've made all of these areas look very similar to each other, and it's kind of like it's easy to be like, wait, where am I again, if you don't know your way around. So hopefully that helps you guys out.
Absolutely. Alright, guys. So, like, subscribe, comments, questions. Stay tuned, because we have more diabolical adventures headed your way with
We'll have an episode about modding coming up real soon, so stay tuned for that. Basically, that's all I had.
Alright, we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Hoot.